I forgot to take any videos of the baby shower, but this is the after decorations. Whoa. The decorations, some of the gifts, drinks table, some of the leftover food. Yeah.
One or two look very casual. I showed Amit also, I said maybe it's some area. Then some were like more of a wedding. Some were doing more of the so यही मैं सोचा कि सब अपना अपना करो जो करना है. Let him give this work. Yeah, serving the hours actually is quite easy. Even not, I mean, you don't have to follow them, you know. Yeah, actually I'm going to find out. He asked me about the video.
I've just drawn one of the onesies that hasn't been drawn on yet. I'm so satisfied. It's a little bit of knocks, but it's okay. I just realized that it's week 31 and that means I'm in month 8. I didn't even realize that the 7th month ended, but here we are. I did lose a kilo last week, not sure why. I haven't been exerting myself that much. For 2 days I was just sitting in a room during the New Recording 47 recordings. I don't feel like I've been eating any less. I haven't been diligent about eating more, but it's not like I've been eating less. And I hope Babens is growing fine. We have an appointment on Wednesday, so we'll find out then. I'm also trying to wrap my head around what if the baby has to come out early because it's not growing properly. And that would mean, not that this is my most important thought, but that I wouldn't be able to host Amit. Maybe my mom wouldn't come here in time to see the newborn. Of course, she's not going to take that long to come, and Amit might not get to go to Japan. Well, I'm at least relieved that all the recordings are done, so none of that will have to be postponed. I really want the natural birth that I'm planning for. And I know that you can't plan everything, but I really hope I don't have to be induced or anything because of any growth restriction in there. Urinary incontinence is back. My back hurts sometimes if I sit up for too long. I'm assuming it's because my boobs are just weighing me forward. I don't really feel much pain in my legs or anything. And we're mostly settled in the new place. I'm really happy with how the baby shower went. I'm really thankful to my mother-in-law, Lin and Karen, for helping so much with the food and the decorations. It was really beautiful everywhere. And Amit and I hosted the activities and the questions and all that, and it went really well. I got Soap, Jasmine, and Melanie to help me with some other tasks like getting people to sign on the onesies, moving people to take the group photo, filming videos so that I can compile them into a keepsake. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I only wish my mom could be there and some of my other friends that fell sick closer to the date because we told everyone to only come if you're well, and I'm happy that my friends are staying safe.
Are you doing it? Oh my gosh. So you know I should draw.
I wish I could feel what body part I was hitting when I touched my bum, because Babens is obviously here right now. Babens doesn't really like to chill on the left side, as you can see. I can press it really far in, but over here, this is where Babens is right now. And not here, just at this part. It feels kind of like the spine right now. As usual, I can't sleep because Babens was kicking at the solid hour of 1 a.m. I thought it was kicking for a while, but it was kind of consistent. And I kept tapping back. And then I realized it's probably hiccups instead. But it was hiccups plus kicks. So I thought, okay, nice, active, alive. Babens is alive. I can't sleep. That's fine. And then all of a sudden it stopped. And then I got worried, irrationally worried that Babens got suffocated by the umbilical cord. So I went to the toilet where Amit was, I braved his stinky ass poop just to ask him to listen for the heartbeat. He tried to listen for like a minute and he couldn't hear it, and I was like, listen again. And he listened for a while more, pulled me closer in so he could press his ear further into my tummy, and he finally heard something. He tapped it out for me. I was like, okay, that's not my heartbeat. So Babens is alive. Babens is alive and probably just sleeping after kicking me a bunch of times. I just didn't want Babens to die right before our appointment tomorrow. We just got back from our week 31 appointment. Babens is back to average size.
Yeah, 1.8 kilos.
Everything's good.
So at one point, Dr. Harvard said that Mela should have gained about 10 kilos in total, or should gain 10 kilos in total throughout the pregnancy. That's
I said
cool.
10 specifically. I said I already gained 5, so he said gain another 5 more.
Okay, I'm done with this question. Never mind, forget it. Move on. Next topic.
But the baby is still breech, so I need to try some spinning babies things or exercises to turn the baby. Otherwise, we might unfortunately have to do a C-section. It's still possible to do a natural delivery for breech babies, but it's riskier, and I don't know if that's the risk I want to take
But our next appointment is in about 4 weeks, so
because Amit's going overseas.
yeah, if not, it would have been 3 weeks.
We have just set up the cot and put on this beautiful bed sheet from Art, and then there's the diaper changing station, which is foldable, and this, which I'm not sure how to fill yet, but this is how it is so far. Whoa! Whoa! So because we found out that Babens is still breech today, I have 4 weeks before the next appointment to turn Babens. And one of the things I read online is to keep your try exercises where you keep your heart lower to the ground than your belly. So I guess that's just a lot of forward folds. But while I'm in bed now, I am placing my butt on my pregnancy pillow and the normal pillow, and then my head just on the bed, so it's kind of a decline right now. And in the meantime, I'm also just stretching to maintain my flexibility. And I'm sort of feeling where Babens is in my tummy, and it feels kind of diagonal right now. So maybe it is working. I don't know if it works that fast, but if it does, that could also mean that Babens will turn back at any moment. So how can I actually tell?
Yeah, so our next appointment is in 4 weeks.
So now you are continuing the same doctor who is going to deliver, right?
Yeah.
I told them you were going there. Yeah. But to fry the body first, right?
Yeah. So where's the feet? Huh? So the feet is towards you.
We're here for some consultation. I think in the middle.
Okay. Right, okay. Alright. You know what? Do a side bend. Yeah. Okay, now do the other side. Okay, try the other side again.
I was just telling Amit that Babens is diagonal, and then we were feeling it a little bit, trying to figure out which one is the head and whatever, but we didn't know how to. And while doing that, Babens went horizontal, which seems like one of the rare times it's on my left side, because babens has mostly been on the right. And our Doula Lorraine says that it could be something that the physio or the chiro can possibly fix.
Just basically like the left side is a lot tighter, so like might need to loosen up to create space.
And then there must be a waterproof part, right, to prevent anything from coming out. So for example, this is in two parts, absorbent part and waterproof part. Trying to run away, and so you are snapping, and then finally you manage to get it on, then you realize you have to do it again for the cover. Okay.
So after listening to the cloth diaper talk today, I went to check out which kinds of diapers we already have, and the lady said the tiny otter ones are pockets, which yes, definitely they are. Wait, no, they're not really pockets. It's more like you just plop one liner in like this. It's a very slight pocket. Yeah, like that. And then the other kinds we have are pockets. So this one, you open it, and then there's a pocket here for you to slide the whole thing in. So that's interesting. We have, I don't know what this one is called then. Is it a 2-in-1? I guess we have a 2-in-1 and pockets. So I'm excited to try those. Last night in the middle of the night, my leg just cramped up. I think because I pointed my toe a little bit, and then the whole leg cramped and I couldn't move it. And I woke Amit up to help me move it back into place. And ever since then, my calf has been hurting. It's so painful. It's like getting the cramps after exercise, but it doesn't even feel good because I didn't exercise. It's the bad kind of cramp.
Oh, that looks awesome.
I've been feeling nauseous again, closer to the evenings. It's not a great sign. So I'm back on 2 tabs of diclactin a night. So now I need more medication because I was planning to just do 1 a night for the rest of the pregnancy, but now I have to do more. So I need to get more prescribed. We did a bunch of exercises just now, and I leaned on my left for a little bit, and now it feels like babens is kind of on the left. So I hope babens stays there, and I also hope that the head is down now. I really can't tell. It feels hard here now. Actually, it feels kind of the same on both. So maybe babens is in the middle. I have just collected the Domo belly pillow from another agent. I've been looking at this for a few months now. I don't know why it took me so long to get it. Okay, so Amit has just left me alone in the country while he's off in Japan, chilling out with the boys. At this point, he already knows it's not the best timing to be flying off for a fun trip while I'm 8 months pregnant, but he didn't know that at the point he booked it. And by didn't know that, I mean he knew we were expecting, but he just didn't think it was gonna be a bad time. Boys. So I'll be spending the next 2 weeks on my own. Okay, so a few days ago I felt some period-like cramps that I didn't think too much about because it only lasted for a few minutes. But then I listened to a podcast for week 32, which was where I was, and it says that if you have Braxton Hicks and period-like cramps, that could be some early onset of labor thing. So now I'm not sure whether I should go get a check, or if it doesn't happen again, then it should be all good, right? But I don't want to wait until it happens and then realize I'm gonna give birth prematurely. But I think it should be fine for now. I just tested my blood sugar for the morning, and my fasting blood sugar is 5.9. So I'm slowly letting it sink in that I might have to be on insulin for the next few weeks until the end of the pregnancy. Just for reference, the number should be between 4.5 to 5.5. I thought I was doing so well, but I did a little Google and it also says that insulin resistance is the hardest between weeks 32 to 36, so I shouldn't beat myself up about it. But I feel like I'm still not doing my best. I've still been having snacks here and there, and maybe I need to cut out all the snacks. Or maybe I can just go on insulin and enjoy my snacks. I'm not sure what to do. Is saving my money more important at this point? Because I feel like because the insulin resistance kind of gets a bit easier at week 36 onwards, should I just tahan for 3 more weeks? Or should I just give myself some grace, spend some money and get some insulin? I also think that babens has turned down already. I will not know until I go for another ultrasound or find someone that can feel it, but based on what I've heard and what I've read on the internet, if you feel hiccups near the bottom, near your pelvis, or if you feel the kicks higher, then the baby is most probably down. I do feel the hiccups low, but I also feel kicks low, so I don't know what that means. One of the podcasts also told me that if you feel the hard part at the top of your belly, and if you push it and it comes back up, then it's a head. If you push it and it doesn't come back up, then it's probably the butt. Mine can't really be pushed, like not having enough space in there, but I feel like it comes back up. Another thing on the internet says that the head should feel harder than the butt, but I really can't tell. They both feel kind of hard to me. This week's comparison is popcorn, a large box of popcorn. Seems accurate. Alternative comparison is drumsticks, which are clearly too long. I'm going for today's KKH appointment because my sugar levels have risen in the past week, and I haven't changed my diet, but it's just getting harder for me to keep my levels where I want them to be. So I'll probably get insulin today, and also I want to check if the baby is still breech. So I'll get a bedside ultrasound and let's hope for the best. This is so freaking helpful. So unfortunately, babens is still breech. I'm getting a little worried about that. I know there's still time to turn, but all these inversions seem to be doing nothing. Is there something wrong with my alignment that's not allowing babens to turn? There's gotta be a reason. I know it's not my fault, but it feels like it's my fault. The doctor also said that my insulin levels are actually still controllable, so maybe the previous doctor was just trying to scare me. I told her to prescribe me the insulin anyway, and then I'll see if I need to use it, then I'll just use it. So I went to the pharmacy and she prescribed me 2 pens, and I asked for just 1. And there's 300 units in there. I'm supposed to use 3 units per meal for when I'm gonna eat a carb heavy meal. And then I have to use 2 units to test it out first. So 5 units per whichever meal I'm gonna use it for. 2 to try, 3 to actually inject into myself, which means 60 meals. 1 pen will be 60 meals. And if I do the math, that's like 20 days. So I go finish that in a month. If I do that for 2 meals a day, then it's 30 days. That's about a month. If I do 1 meal a day, then it's 60 days worth of meals, which honestly is just about enough for the end of pregnancy until I get to 40 weeks. But she was explaining to me how to use it, and then she said store it in the fridge. The first time you use it, you can stop storing it in the fridge. You can just leave it out. So I was thinking, oh shit, so it really just can't be stored forever. I mean, I knew there was an expiry date, but I just thought maybe if I don't finish this pen, I could use it for the next pregnancy or something, because I'm not intending to use it when I'm not pregnant. The expiry was in 2025, and it doesn't... I'm not sure if I'll get pregnant by then, if I want to be pregnant. yet again. And then she also said that you need to buy the needles. The pen is $9.20, but you need to buy the needles. And then that scared me again because there's another cost added to that. And every single cost, even though it seems small, it's like another hit in my heart. Like things I don't need to spend on if I can just control my diet better. So after she taught me how to use it and everything, unfortunately I said, can you please hold that medication? I will get it another time. I'm not mentally prepared to start on insulin yet. And the doctor says it's okay if I don't want to start it yet. So I decided not to get the insulin pen. I think I can complete the pregnancy without insulin. So I have planned to collect my free confinement meal from signing up with Thomson Medical today. Or just really any of the days that Amit's not here. So this is the confinement meal trial from Thomson Nutri something. Nice bag that I can reuse. There is a... Wow, what is this? Is this soup or a drink? I can't tell. Rice. Soup. So I guess that's a drink if this is soup. I forgot what I got. This is some vegetable with black fungus and cordyceps flour. And this is steamed chicken. Wait, it's not steamed chicken. This is steamed chicken. This is steamed chicken. I don't know what this is. Fish. And some vegetables. But that looks like a very beautiful meal. I've collected some colostrum. This is a 1 milliliter syringe. And it looks like there's about 0.4 milliliters in here. What the heck? Guys, this is my first ever syringe of colostrum. This is a 1 milliliter syringe. And I filled it up. Wow. I just finished eating a snack, but I'm finally ready to get up, and I feel my uterus, and it feels like babens is finally not on the right side. Babens has moved to the middle, or like went down like this halfway transverse. So I don't feel like now is a good time to move, because if babens is trying to move into a cephalic position right now, I will be stopping it from doing that. But I need to go brush my teeth and shit. But I shouldn't do it now. But it's 2 a.m. Yesterday's dream was that I had already given birth and people were just passing the baby around like a bag of peas, and I wasn't really happy about that. Where are the boundaries, man? And also, I think I still didn't reveal the gender of the kid, and I was just dressing the baby up in randomly colored clothing and asking people to guess, like filming them guessing, because my point of the video was to tell people that gender doesn't matter, and like you still also can't really tell the gender from a newborn, which I don't really see the point in that right now, but it made sense in the dream. It's been raining. It's cold enough today for me to actually use the heater in the house, the water heater, to shower, and also to boil myself some water to make a nice warm drink. I've never felt this in the whole month that I've been here so far. Some say to put a cold thing or ice on the top of your belly because baby doesn't like the cold, so they would flip their head down. So I have put this cold eye mask on my belly, and babens instantly moved. But moving to where, we don't know. Maybe it's just like, Tell me what scale this is. Doesn't even end on the same note. Chilling out in a mall in expensive places. That's what we came to JB for. went to JB today with Syasya and Roo, and it was my first time at the checkpoint, the air-conditioned version where we were gonna take the train. I don't know, we just climbed under some barrier and then we just sat while waiting for the gate to open. And by the time the gate opened, there was such a long queue behind us in the non-restricted area. So we were wondering if we would have to go back to the end of the queue or not. But we just tried to stay there and the guy just let us in. Don't know if it's because I'm pregnant and he didn't have the heart to send me all the way back, or if he just saw that that was convenient. But we were the first ones to get in on that train. We went to McDonald's to get some snacks. I wanted to claim an apple pie on the app. The app wasn't scanning on the thing. So I went to ask the counter, and this nice lady just said, it's okay, I'll give it to you for free. Because she tried typing it in herself also and it didn't work. So she gave me a free apple pie. Then she asked if she could do a feedback form on my behalf. I was like, sure, go ahead. When she saw that I was pregnant, she felt bad for making me stand while she was doing the feedback form. So she gave me a free ice cream along with it. Wow. And then after she did the feedback form, there's a Coke to claim for me sending in the feedback on my phone. Wow, freebies. No, we went to some 100-year-old coffee shop just to have another meal or more snacks, and then we headed to Mid-Valley to shop and eat some more. And on the way back, we decided to take the bus. The bus queue was really long, but some other pregnant lady tapped on my shoulder and she was like, you're pregnant, you can go in front. I was like, oh sure, let's go. And then we went in front and we just got on the next bus instead of waiting for multiple buses before the queue got to us. The other woman actually saved me a seat on the bus. So nice of her. So I just had a seat all the way back to Woodlands, and it just felt like, I don't know if we were lucky or there were no really long queues today, and I just went in and out of JB so easily. What a blessing. And I finally got to experience the third trimester pregnancy perks. Like, I did travel in the first and second trimester as well, but my bump wasn't obvious enough to get all these perks, and now it is. I had a great day. I dreamt that I woke up and I went to the kitchen and my furniture was collapsed. Like someone made the fridge collapsible and everything was kind of the same height, pushed against the corner really nicely. Apparently my dad was just trying to create more space in the kitchen. I bought my groceries. So the stroller did a really good job in carrying all the groceries back. I guess I don't need help doing grocery shopping when I'm alone. I have been trying the epi-no for the past 2 days. I know the instructions say that you should only try it 3 weeks before delivery, but what if I deliver earlier? And I haven't found anything that says you can't do it earlier. So this is the sheet for how many centimeters dilation I can go. And yesterday I was around a 4 cm. Today it looks like it might be a 5, but I'm not sure if I'm placing it correctly, so I'll have to keep trying. Today I'm trying to figure out what parts I'm missing for the breast pumps I currently have. From the baby shower I got the Spectra S1, the pump, the adapter and the tubing, and then I also have the Imani portable ones, but it's just the pump part and the charger. So I think for the Imani, what I need to buy is the milk collectors. But for the Spectra, it's really confusing. I'm trying to look at the manual now. Apart from the pump unit, the tubing and the adapter, there is a backflow protector, breast shield, valve, bottle cover, disc, bottle cap, nipple. What? And then I was looking up valves yesterday and there were so many kinds. Are they really different kinds, or is it just like a color preference? Which thing here am I supposed to use my flange size on? Is it the breast shield, or the backflow protector, or the nipple? Why are there so many parts? So there is a problem with the car right now. I came down just now and the brake lights were on. There's a solution I found on Google where I have to go below the driver's seat and unscrew something, but I'm a little too fat for that right now. So I've been trying to call friends who have their own vehicle to come and help. Someone who lives nearby. But no one's picking up my calls. You came to my rescue.
Oh, I think your card don't even need to remove.
Feel that lifting up away? Okay.
That one I felt before, but not from here.
No, so this one is probably the best one to do for you, okay? And then it relaxes it.
Hand that close your back passage as well as your feeling in through it.
let me hold it. What is it? 2 what?
220.
220.
Oh, it's really 220.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Mother's Day. And Amit wished me Happy Mother's Day at midnight in Japan time. Because he was flying back and he forgot about the time zone difference. So that was 11 p.m. yesterday. That was my first ever Mother's Day wish. I had a rough night of sleep. Because he came back at about 5 to 6 a.m. And then I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. Changed the bed sheets because I was starting to itch and all that. I just woke up from a nightmare where I could see baby's hands in my womb. I could see them sticking out. So I thought, oh, if the hands are below, then maybe the baby has finally turned. And then I tried to film it, and then I could actually see the whole freaking baby. I don't know why it was so transparent, but the whole baby was at the bottom, and then I was encouraging it to turn. So I did an inversion, but then I realized that the more baby was moving, the smaller it was shrinking. I don't know why baby was shrinking, but it just kept shrinking as if it was disappearing from my womb, and then eventually it just got so tiny I couldn't see the hands anymore. And I was so sad. Did I just lose the baby? But I woke up also feeling babens hiccup, so I think babens is still there. I'm in my mom's place today, in my brother's room. Finally in a place with AC, where it's quiet and actually cools down the whole room. It's week 35 and the symptoms I've been having, apart from the ones that are still here, are hemorrhoids and a little bit of vaginal itching, but it could just be time to change the bed sheets, so I did that. The hemorrhoids are getting really annoying. I think it's because my muscles are relaxing to prepare myself for birth, so my asshole is just most of the time. Might be too much info, but I have to use aloe vera to stuff it all up in there, and it doesn't always work. So it's really uncomfortable, and I sometimes dread farting or peeing, because the moment I sit on the toilet bowl, aka the dilation station, my asshole just dilates, and then it's all out again. I just keep putting aloe vera on it, and hopefully it doesn't swell or anything. I went to the doctor today to see if there are any other solutions, and he gave me some cream to apply 3 times a day, so I hope that works. I also bought a sitz bath, a little bath for your ass. I feel like if the cream works, then I don't even need that, but that might also be helpful for postpartum, so I'll just keep that. It's a collapsible one, by the way. I've also been having more difficulty breathing. Yesterday, Amit and I went to meet Doula Lorraine for a fear release / turn the baby visualization / hypnosis, and it was really lovely. It was kind of late at night, so we were quite tired. It was a lovely hypnosis session. I'm still not sure if I'm ever hypnotized, because Amit will ask me questions like, do you feel actually grounded to the floor and all that, like what she was saying, and I don't know, I feel like I'm just on the floor, like what a normal person would feel like when they're on the floor. So I don't know what he means by all that. The purpose for me was to try and visualize Babens turning head down. When we started the hypnosis, Babens was having hiccups, and as we got deeper into hypnosis, there were a lot of movements from Babens. Quite big movements, like Lorraine was able to see the movements from wherever she was. But I don't know if those movements were big enough to actually be turning. My belly feels like it got bigger overnight, like a lot bigger, because I'm also having a lot of difficulty breathing today. My lungs are losing space. I'm already trying to sit up really straight, also so that my posture is not in a bad place for Babens to turn. But Lorraine also asked me questions like, what do you visualize? Did your baby tell you anything during the hypnosis? And sometimes I find those questions really hard to answer because it feels a lot more spiritual than I am. And I'm not sure if the answers I gave was I just trying to come up with an answer, or did I really mean it? I can't tell, but I said that I feel like Babens just told me to relax and let whatever happens happen, which is kind of the advice I'm getting from everyone else. So I'm not sure if that's just me thinking that's what I'm supposed to think. My next gynae appointment with Dr. Harvard is tomorrow, so let's hope for the best. At this point, I want to be okay with having a C-section if the baby is breech, but I would still hope to ask Dr. Harvard if we can try a vaginal breech delivery, if he's confident with that. If you worry you're going through that situation twice. In fact, I worry so much that I go through it 100 times.
Builds resilience.
Babens is a table.
Head is here. You're 36, 35 plus. Grapefruit. Grapefruit size. You can feel bobbing, right?
Yeah,
But look,
but I've never felt the bottom
the
before.
bottom is back side. You can feel the back side here. Right? That's the back side. Back side is softer. Head is harder.
I can't feel like...
Can you feel the difference?
No, I can't feel what is here.
Let me see again. Okay. Can you feel something?
Oh, so big.
Yeah, that's the back side. You feel before?
Yeah, I've done the two side
You can
pinching.
do this.
Yeah,
Yeah? You can bounce that.
yeah.
You can feel this is soft. Head is harder. Huh? So head is here. Spine is here. Back side is here. The legs are here. So kicking out here.
Baby still breech, so we are gonna do an ECV next week, external cephalic version, to try and turn the baby. Otherwise, our next option might be a C-section.
Or finding a doctor that's
Comfortable with vaginal breech deliveries.
yeah.
It's so nice of our doctor to offer to find another doctor who can do that,
Yeah.
because that's less money for him. I was suggesting Dr. Paul's thing, and he suggested Prof. Biswas from NUH.
Anxious because I really don't want this to turn out to be a C-section. But if it does, then we'll get through it. I mean, I don't want that for you. So.
Because if we still want to do a vaginal breech delivery, it could end up in an emergency C-section, which is more wallet. The wallet affects my peace of mind also. Hello. Having an interview with Property Guru. This is what my belly button looks like now. I can't tell if it's an Audi already, but it feels pretty out there. And my tummy from this angle looks huge. Yesterday I got a text from Dr. Howard's clinic saying that Thomson Medical hasn't gotten back to them on the ward charges for the ECV, but for Dr. Howard's charge for the ECV it will be 500, 800 depending on how complex the procedure is. And I'm just thinking to myself that it's a lot of money to turn the baby. If I'm going to engage Dr. Paul with a vaginal breech delivery anyway, and if the baby might turn back anyway, should I even do the ECV? Should I be spending that money or hoping that Babens turns anyway? It seems like if I can still do a vaginal breech delivery, then I wouldn't have to turn the baby, you know? I'm not sure what to do here. I'm at a chiropractor and they've hooked me up to a TENS machine. It's my first time trying it. It feels interesting. It's just little electric currents going through my back. It's quite nice. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to move around or just stay here, but the chiro is working on Amit now. And I'll be here for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Amit just did the watermelon plus pomelo challenge of holding, like, pretending to be pregnant.
This is roughly about 5 kilos. Not even as much as what Amanda's holding right now. It was not super tough. Like, I had to think about a lot of things. So it was tough because it's my first time doing a lot of these things. So I had to figure out, like, oh, okay, what's my process for this? That part, like, once you get a hang of it, it's like, you know, it becomes habit. But the tough part is that everything you do is an effort and a half, and it's like mildly uncomfortable all the time. And like, yeah, just imagine having that all the time, every single day, at least 4.5 months.
And I'm quite small.
Yeah, and Amanda's quite small. Some other mothers, twins, triplets, mad. I don't know how they do it. That's crazy.
Come to those who wait, belittles my struggles, my pain, my heartache, and does nothing to change my fate. Something went wrong that we cannot solve, so now we wait for it to dissolve so we can try again and again and say goodbye to our efforts in vain.
How much more of this can we take?
Trying to figure out how to use the spectra, and where does this go? I just received the message for how much the ECV will cost next week. The doctor's charges are 500 to 800 depending on the complexity of the procedure, and the ward will cost almost $600, $572.50 I think. 1.4k that will be spent trying to turn the baby, and it may not work out. It's a 50% chance. I'm gambling 1.4k to turn a baby. Is that worth it? I'm wondering if I should just cancel and hope that babens turns by themselves, because I can't wrap my head around this amount of money for something that may or may not work. And I hate that it's about the money. But my other thought is that turning the baby with fundal pressure might be putting the baby in some distress, possibly. So not doing it would mean saving money and not putting the baby in distress. Wanted to contest, and we got a pack, 2 packs of Ninonana diapers. Wow, generous.
Alright? As much as you can to the shoulder. Notice that when you bend over for any stretch forward, right? You feel it different when you are bringing your chest forward or when you're rounding over. There's no such thing as made for.
Same with my boxes.
Oh shit.
I don't think I'll be pressing hard enough.
Okay, so this video doesn't respond.
How's it?
Yeah, I think you press it. Yeah. Oh, alright.
Your sit bones must be on your ground. That's most important. So all of you.
Today is the last day of the 8th month of pregnancy, and this is the size of the epi-no washed. I wanted to try putting the it looks like it has gone past the 6. See you in the next video.